Now we will have a brief history of slam poetry by Miss Fatima.
They call him Slam Pappy, Mark Smith, a construction worker and poet who created the Poetry Slam in 1985 at a Chicago jazz club. This performance poetry was designed to heighten public interest in poetry readings. Poetry slams have a dual emphasis. Foremost, it is to engage the audience, to bring the community together to connect with the poet's words. Yet it is not always necessary to agree with the poet's message. Slams put emphasis on writing and performance. It challenges the poet to demonstrate the emotion of their words with verbal and physical expression. But the audience is an important part of the slam. As Slam Pappy said, the show and the show's effect upon the audience are more important than any one individual's contribution to it. So feel free to respond to the poets. Holler, hoot, snap your fingers and clap, and enjoy the competition. Thank you.
Okay, now it's time to begin our slam. We will draw a number out of our lucky hat. And when our finalists hear their name, please come to the stage. Also, remember when you come to the stage, say your name and the title of your poem. Are we ready? All right. Our first contestant, our first poet, is Danielle Ferguson.
Hi, I'm Danielle Ferguson, and I'll be reading a poem for you. My heart aches for your love. Will you give it to me, or just let the pain consume me? There are tears falling from my eyes. Will you catch them, or let them hit the ground? My stomach twists when I see you. Will you help me settle it, or just let it turn to knots? My mind screams your name. Will you ever answer the call, or let it deafen me? I can feel you fading away. Will you ever return to me, or will you leave forever without saying goodbye? I wrote a poem for you. Will you read it, embrace it, understand it, respect it, or just toss it away and leave it behind, like you did to me?
Next poet, coming to the stage. Yasara Bogali.
My name is Yasara Bogali, and the title of my poem is called Her. Look around you. What do you really see? You see that girl over there? She's calm as can be. Little do you know how she's hurting inside. It's as if her soul had already died. This girl is certainly no blabber. Instead, she's stuck quietly in her own world filled with
Mrs. Nigo, if you're in the building,
anger.
please come to the main office. Ms.
On the
Nigo,
outside,
please
she
come to the main
smiles,
office.
laughs, and acts humane. Yet on the inside, the pain is what she can't stand. Every struggle she goes through, no one shall ever understand.
I'm sorry, Mrs.
And
Needle,
the
please call the
hardships
main
on her own,
office.
she
Ms.
must
Needle,
withstand.
please call the main office.
People think it's okay to mock and tease her. Little do they know that all she wants is simple closure. She wants someone to reassure her that everything will be okay. Someone to hold her tight and walk her through a brighter pathway. Oh, this girl, she's a tough nut to crack. With everything she's been through, the last thing she'll let you see is her back. She never thought it would be so tough growing up. And that time,
Because we get so many interruptions. Yeah. How about that? Our next poet is a returning poet. He's a graduating senior. I will miss him. He's very talented. Stephen Barrett.
My poem is called Wings of Creation. Whispers in the chamber of our heart, in a place of darkness, changing light strength. Sleeping heroes look for the love that awakens bonds and happiness eternal. The effective words on people and uncertainty for unexplainable cause. The reality of being different is no more obvious than the light on the moon. Yet more and more, someone wishes for it, despite past revelations. The light within darkness creates the key to that chamber of repose. Final ends of responsibility and sacrifice form the journey of error, the wings of creation. Memories changing oblivion and a sad sky filled with the pain of evil desires. A birth of bravery and perseverance in the audience of the world's eyes. He keeps thinking nothing changes, yet the light still remains.
Ms. Abijuda, please call extension 1460. Ms. Abijuda, please call extension 1460. Thank you.
Our next poet coming to the stage is a returning poet. I believe she's a graduating senior this year. So I will miss her. Freedom will miss her. Mackenzie?
She spoke to me in the dim hour and said, if something inside you says to run away fast, then do it. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now. On nights like this, when the damsel is in distress over a lost cause and the memory of something that's never even happened is rotting you from the inside out like the last summer you will ever spend with your lover. After having spent countless days upon moments staring into a facade you both shared of the two of you. In a house with a white picket fence and a red door with a pool in the backyard, and once you'd go, you'd always return by saying, baby, I'm home. Then suddenly, awakened from this imaginary memory by the crashes of the waves on the beach, and it is always me who suffers the consequences time and time again. So if there is a God, forgive me for falling in love with a foul mouthful bred from the same filth as me. Do you hear that? It is your heartbeat synchronized with mine. Pardon me, Aphrodite, if I interrupted your love's creation, but you took from me a love more pure than the ocean sea. We loved like enemies, sworn together, and I wish we would have stopped playing possum long ago. Before the lies began to seem real, and the aches began to call out for others, I could have loved you long into the next life, and then there was you, who had been nothing but good to me, but made one mistake that could have easily been avoided, falling in love with me. Actually, nothing near a damsel in distress can be saved by a hero, won't be taught by a lesson. I wish you would have attempted to leave me there, in a twisted field filled with my own sorrows and punishments, but instead, you tried to save me from the anguish I may have caused myself. I never intended for you to become Captain Save. Captain Save, a seemingly lost soul. I wanted to be with you. Maybe once in a blue moon, wake up to you on a full moon, having you tell me I was beautiful on the inside, but inside just beautiful. Just maybe that isn't true. And I stand here before you. With a broken heart I have crumbled in my pocket. I wish I could exchange for some sort of satisfaction, but instead I am left here in a land, not divided by hours or oceans, but by worlds, your Gotham and my Emerald City, and long after your ship has sailed, I realize that all those lies and looks we shared for so long weren't actually memories.
Oh, wow. We have another returning poet who is my favorite. I think he is a senior. Not yet. He's not a senior, so he'll be back. Pharaoh English McMillan.
Pharaoh. This name weighs heavily on my soul. A name I've carried and struggled to live up to all my life. As of yet, I have failed. In the land of my people, Pharaoh means God King or great ruler. Yet, I have none of those things. For all the while, I barely stay above the surface, struggling to keep from becoming another insignificant black man with a glorious name. I want not riches, but rather to earn the title I have been so graciously given. I want to be worthy of the name my glorious mother has given me. I want to be Pharaoh, the glorious man and great leader. Yet, regardless of the talk that I display as my ambition, a man, I am not. For someone once said, the measure of a man is not what he does when the sun is shining and his spirits are high, but rather what he does when he has no sun to light his way, and cold, destitute feelings threaten to overtake him. And as of yet, I have failed. Therefore, I'm not yet worthy of manhood, or the glorious title that exists as my name.
Next lucky person. A great poet. Deanna White.
My name is Kiana. I can only choose not to imagine. The shackles on your hands, chaining your soul to the thirstiest parts of hell. Eyes glazed over with a hidden dispassion, stubbornness that goes further than the foulest bluff, singeing the whips that lash out, attempting to break a calloused spirit. Fierce determination to protect a country with wimps for citizens. Citizens that fight. Sure, they fight each other, committing heinous crimes, allowing the disruption of the innocents to be tainted with hideous blood. But do they fight for their homeland? No. Their fighting is only make-believe. With little appreciation, they fight. Our soldiers, protecting a vague beauty and the innocence of an atrocious society. Thank you.
Everybody enjoying themselves? Anissa, Wright, come to the stage.
Anyone hear me? I can hear you. All right. My name is Anissa Wright. This is my first time doing it. I will say do a poem. It's called Now I'm Free, and I wrote it. So here I go. There is so much hate in this world for every man, woman, boy, and girl. Hating, killing, raping, and hazing. Why? Because of hate? Don't have a care? Or maybe it's just jealousy. Young people are dying. Children are crying because there's no one there to care. There's so much greed in this world. Every man, woman, boy, and girl is taken and taken from the world. This world didn't do anything to us. It's just here to provide for us. I should dress up like a bandit, steal a hand from the world of these greedy backstabbers. There's so much pollution in this world for every man, woman, boy, and girl. It's killing the world with its hate and fumes and not satisfied with what they do. One day, this world would just stop instead. And stop instead, as everyone just bow their heads. The world would just laugh and say to us, you hate us, you kill us, you rape us and haze us. Why do you hurt people just for fun? This world is just made for world peace. This world is not made for your corruption and chaos. I sat back and watched enough, and now I'm taking back my stuff. There's no more hate, no more pollution, no more greed. Why? I sat back. No more standing in the dark. No more taking my resources. I'm freeing myself from all this negativity. And this is what has just come clear to me. Now I'm free from this greed. Now I'm free from this hate. Now I'm free from this pollution. Free world, fresh start. World peace is the start.
Bianca Smith.
My name is Bianca Smith, and the title of my poem is The Jamaican Flag. It stands tall on a pole as it sways and swings, free, easygoing, proud. Standing tall in commemoration of our forefathers, in respect to the courageous battles they fought, we stand, like a statue, heads up, shoulders back, hands at our sides. Our attention solely to our flag. Black, green, and gold the colors are. The black triangles to the sides, the green ones top and bottom, and the golden X that runs through the center and meets at the vertices. Black, the strength and vigor of our people. Green, the lush vegetation of our island. And gold, the beautiful glowing sunshine all year round. All combined on a piece of cloth that represents us, that represents beautiful Jamaica. Eternal Father, bless our land.
All right, I think we're down to the wire. We have 3 more people. Hainsley Jahid.
I'm Hazel Jahed, and I'll be presenting a poem called Winter's Verdict. Perhaps things would have been different if it hadn't been winter. We'd start by praying to a God whom you once believed in, asking for forgiveness for the sins we keep making, bulldozing the beds we once made love in, burying burdens, and we'd rewind to a time where you stood statuesque and proud, not naked and embarrassed over misconstrued words. I'd then thank you for trying so damn hard, but instead shield my shame with a disappointed smile. I never pictured living my mother's life of diluted paychecks and barely getting by, but things are starting young. You'd lastly remind me to stay fruitful, for this is the beginning of the beginning, longing for knowing.
You know I love you, Johnson. Where's Miss Johnson?
Right here.
There, yeah. Oh, yes, and she's a returning poet also.
My name is Dara Johnson, and my poem is Deadly Lover. Deadly lover comes to me in the box, sadly slow, show me no faith, no mercy, yet he never came. To my heart, my pains, my fears, he stopped and stared and passed away. In my past, in my dreams, in my comings and goings, he never came. I hearted and said, no, not I. He stayed behind me, sadly, taken, hurt. But I stepped back and I said, I'm sorry, but my love don't live here no more. I cried too many nights, shed too many tears, told you I loved you when I never did. Sorry, you're not my deadly lover. You're my distant past, and I've never loved you. Thank you.
Little do you know how she's hurting inside. It's almost as if her soul had already died. Oh, this girl, she's certainly no blabber. Instead, she's stuck quietly in her own world, filled with anger. On the outside, she smiles and laughs and acts humane. Yet on the inside, she can't stand the pain. Every struggle she goes through, no one shall ever understand. And the hardships on her own she must withstand. People think it's okay to mock and tease her. Little do they know that all she wants is simple closure. She wants someone to reassure her that everything will be okay. Someone to hold her tight and walk her through a brighter pathway. Oh, she's a tough nut to crack. With everything she's been through, the last thing she'll let you see is her back. She never thought it'd be so tough growing up, and at times, all she wanted to do was give up. Patience is a virtue, and the bad times you must see through. And how do I know this girl? I know this girl because she's standing right before you.
Looking at our program, now we will move to the judges who would go back to the area to make your final selection for us. Ms. Hollins, could you lead the way to the booth back there, the sound booth? Let's give our judges a big hand. All right, also during this time, we're opening the stage for an open mic. If anyone would like to come and put us in a spirit, in a continued spirit of words and meaning and just being here for the moment. You're welcome to come to the stage, and you're also welcome to indulge in our refreshments. Do I have any volunteers for open mic?
No, they won't go for the refreshments.
I do.
My name is Idris. My poem is a haiku. It's called Sunrise. The birds start chirping. Dark sky is getting brighter. Light seems to appear. Thank you.
Niara. Brace so. Open mic. Our focus is shift toward refreshment.
You want to go home?
It's okay.